Girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. Oh, cut that off, cut that off. Hello and welcome to Doomsday T on DC. And girls definitely want to have fun nowadays in DC and in the Warner Brothers land, as Ann Chernoff has been announced as the new CEO of Warner Brothers. So this is a pleasant surprise. I think she headed up some operations on like the BBC, which is known for having great television. Um, Hopefully she'll be DC friendly, and hopefully sometimes being DC friendly is not having your hands, too much into something that maybe you don't understand, or not, whatever. I'm just saying, hopefully she will treat, DC right, but this is going to be definitely a female heavy episode, because I have a lot of heavy news on um, female, things going on in DC has to do with females. So that's great. I love it. And Birds of Prey, they put out a new picture of Harley this week in like a gold outfit. And, a couple weeks ago they said that it wouldn't be a lot of like the male gaze or whatever. Who cares? I don't want that anyway. Like, but apparently the costume changes that Harley's doing is her coping with, I guess, her and the Joker being broke up or whatever, and it's kind of a comedic relief. Her in all these outfits. So I saw people complain about like, why are we getting a Harley verse? Because with that comes a lot of characters. It comes the Batverse, all the villains, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, all the Batgirls. I mean, why would you not want a Harley verse? And when you've got Margot Robbie heading that thing up, I mean, it's like Hugh Jackman with Wolverine. I mean, Margot Robbie is Harlequin. I mean, she owns it. There's been either screens of that this week, or there's been where they're showing scenes, and they're saying that Ewan McGregor as Black Mask is up there with Zod and Orm as some of DC's best villains, and Black Man, of course, too. But as he's going to go down as one of the best DC extended universe villains that we have. So that's exciting news. They say Black Canary steals the show. Of course, she's got the Canary Cry. They say that movie, of course, it's going to be a hard R. It's came up this week also that Daisy Ridley is maybe the first choice of being a Barbara Gordon Batgirl. I'm all for this. This also makes me think that Abrams is in on this. Her being Rey in Star Wars, and now you're talking about her being Batgirl in the DC Universe world, and Abrams coming in with this Bad Robot production. Interesting that all of a sudden Abrams signs this deal with Warner Brothers, and all of a sudden you got Daisy Ridley's name coming up as Barbara Gordon Batgirl. Interesting. Take it for what it's worth. And another girl that was brought up for maybe the Batgirl part is Catherine Langram or Langford. Catherine Langford. I mean, either one, Ridley or Langford, either one would be fine in my book. I like Langford's looks. Um, her as Barbara Gordon, I definitely like her looks maybe a little bit better. We know that Ridley definitely has the moves from playing Ray. Like I said, those are both great castings, and it's a toss up for me. I'm just glad to hear Batgirl's name still being tossed around as far as the Barbara Gordon. We know we're getting Cassie. We know we're getting Cassandra Cain with Birds of Prey, and like I said, there's nothing but praise being handed out for that. Speaking of praise, the Joker movie coming out in October, talking about it being at Cannes or one of the film festivals. So they're looking at, they're definitely wanting to get it an Oscar, nominated or whatever. Um, so we'll see about that. There's been a lot of, everything good's coming about that too. Still excited to see where the Joker movie takes us. Um, the other news that has the comparisons on Birds of Prey right now are saying it's almost like Quentin Tarantino, like Reservoir Dog. It's almost like Reservoir Dog, I guess, Reservoir Dogs, but with women or whatever, girls playing the leads. So of course it ain't going to be just like that, but I can see that taking that turn. I can see where this could be kind of like Reservoir Dogs, this Birds of Prey movie. So, and like I said about this being a female heavy episode. That's an all female cast on Birds of Prey. So you've got Wonder Woman coming out in 2020 with Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins. So you've got the lead actress, and of course you've got Catherine Wigg as Cheetah. So you've got you got women leads, the villain and the main is women in that movie, and you got Patty Jenkins directing it. You've got the Birds of Prey with Lucy Yan as the director on Birds of Prey, with Margot Robbie as a lead, and then the Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Huntress. You've got the Journey Smollett Bell as Black Canary, Rosie Perez, Renee Montoya, Basco as Cassandra Cain. So with Yan and all the female cast of Birds of Prey, and like I said, Jenkins and Godot, you've got a all female 2020 going on with DC this year. It's all female 2020. Your directors, your leads, and even your CEO with Ann Sarnoff right now. DC's out there showing you they're not afraid to put females out there in lead movies, in direction, in lead spots, whether it be the talent, the actresses, or in the movies, or the directors. And 2020 is going to prove that. And both movies, Patty is ready to put Wonder Woman out now. One had some screens this week. Like I said, it's big news, man. This is going to be cool to see how great these movies are in 2020, and I'm so looking forward to it. And you go, girl. She ready, right? And I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see it. I can't wait for these movies and these ensemble movies. Another thing come out was Gunn. I think he's starting to do the Suicide Squad in September 23rd. I think is whenever he starts filming. Should be done by January. Should be getting, we'll start getting shots of that anytime after that. Probably October, November. We'll start getting pictures of different people. I have a feeling with Gunn and Abrams and the crew that's in DC, and Zach's still lurking around. Don't think he's not. But I really think that Gunn, and maybe even with, believe it or not, with the Suicide Squad movie, he might be correcting, righting wrongs with that movie, and I think he's going to have his hand at Justice League. I think Gunn's going to have a shot at it, and Abrams are going to, have their shot at Justice League now. Um, so, like I said, it's really looking bright, and it's took me 30 years to understand that the movie universe is different, but you can't, just don't give me Barbara Pennyworth. Don't. There's certain things you can't change. I don't really care about races. A lot of times, changing that's not a big deal to me. Um, Genders can be or not. It's according to what it is. You've got to stick with canon though to a point. But I think right now what DC's doing, I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, it is separate. Than canon in the comic books. It is its own universe. But I think we're getting what I think we're building and getting what we should have got in the first place. To build it the right way, and the way they're doing it, I think is going to surprise us. I think we're in for some surprises with Suicide Squad, and with maybe even the Batman and stuff. But I think Gunn is going to right this ship somehow. I think we're going to get some special storytelling to right this ship that we're all going to be blown away and surprised by. And like I said, I'm ready for it. And real quick, every week or not every week, but I just want to mention once again at the San Diego Comic Con, there is going to be people out there protesting for the Snyder Cut with shirts, and there's nothing wrong with that. I want that Snyder Cut. I say it every time that I can. Release the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut. Please give the Snyder Cut. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, I want to move forward, and I'm ready to move forward with what we have. But I do want that Snyder Cut, so I'm looking. Let's support those people and let's support that. Just so we can have everything that everything that we can DC related. The other thing I wanted to cover is in that Watchtower group on Facebook that I'm a part of. There was a guy in there. Oh gosh, was his name Lance Oss or something? Shoot. But apparently he has like a Teen Titans from the DC Universe. He has like a Facebook page, you can ask to be invited to or whatever. And he's got people in the cast on there. But he also has a Stargirl Facebook page where some of the cast and crew are in that group or whatever. And I wasn't sure, but like in there it showed, and it's probably just me not doing research, but Wildcat and Hourman and Stargirl and Atom Smasher and a bunch of other ones on there. I think Jay Garrick was on there. That Stargirl, we're getting the JSA. Like, she's joining the JSA. I wasn't sure how much of that we were getting. And like with that Black Adam movie, we're getting Stargirl in there, and we're getting Hawkman, Hawkgirl, and Atom Smasher in there, and that J. So, we're getting JSA, getting those characters out there, and I like that. But I wanted to bring up that Stargirl. I think that's supposed to hit. It's supposed to be 10, 12 episodes, whatever. Is that not supposed to hit in August? I'd have to go back and look. I thought they had a date on it. I just wanted to bring that up. If you haven't done a little research on that, that looks good. And in Comic Book Corner this week, I really just wanted to bring up something that I never dove into, but there's been so much Swamp Thing talk here lately. I wanted to bring up the Justice League Dark with Zatanna, and I think Wonder Woman is actually leading it right now. But with Batman and those characters and Constantine, if you haven't picked that up and read and broke into that, Eternals or whatever, you need to. You are missing out, and I was missing out. And now, we were supposed to, Swamp Thing, the TV show, which is wonderful. If you haven't started watching that, Doom Patrol is really eclectic and far out and crazy and pushes boundaries and is on edge. And Teen Titans pushes boundaries, but it's a little more straightforward. This show is definitely, it could be a mainstream, this could be a mainstream show. This is to me better than daggone anything on HBO or any of the streaming networks, anything on Netflix. I mean, this Swamp Thing show is awesome. And to think that they were going to do that, and Constantine and whoever else, and then build that into us getting a Justice League Dark movie, and now that might not happen. Although there's some positive things coming out, it really disappoints me. I didn't realize how great that the Justice League Dark is, and that's my fault. But pick up those comics, read those comics. You'll be surprised how good they are. I know I have been. But I just had to do it in Comic Book Corner this week. Like I said, I just wanted to bring that up to you, and let you know that it is worth a read. Thanks for watching. This has been like I said, an episode that I've been looking forward to. It was good to get the reviews, like these really great feedback on Birds of Prey, on Wonder Woman, on the Joker, and some of the movies that are coming out that DC has in the works for us. It's nice to know that we're in good hands with these directors, and these females are doing a great job for us on these characters and on these movies. So thank you, and hopefully DC's going down a good path, and it will continue with some good success in the future. So thanks for watching Doomsday T on DC, and be good or be good at it, you know what I mean? And like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about it, and we'll see you next week. Bye.